this is my discussion for So Long See You Tomorrow. And I would like to say that although he is an unreliable narrator, he does point to the most truth that we can get from the story. I saw in the Word document where it says on page 27, in talking about the past, we lie with every breath we draw. And in order to get the full context of what that's saying, I think I need to go back and read a little bit further. It says, in this part, right before he says it, it says, is really a form of storytelling that goes on continually in the mind and often changes with the telling. Too many conflicting emotional interests are involved for life ever to be wholly acceptable, and possibly it is the work of the storyteller to rearrange things so that they can conform to the end. I think that's really important to this. That although he is unreliable, he's trying to paint this picture the best way he can and what he knows. We also see in the book that he does his research. He goes to the Illinois archives and he gets all the newspapers and he combines all the stories and he puts together what he thinks would be the best. And although we see emotion through it, we see different stories with the divorces of the two families and the whole splitting, he paints the picture of showing us the before and then the after of why the murder happened. I think that's really important to this as the narrator to share that. It's kind of like the ID channel where we see like an autopsy, someone gets murdered. The people in the show are doing their best to present why, like, or what happened to that person and what the motives in the story. And that's kind of what he's doing. He's painting that picture. He's trying to relive that moment and help his audience see that. I think also we see guilt in it. He, befriends Cletus, and I think that's really important with that. We see that at the very end, he says, I do feel guilty, even so little, and always will. Perhaps whenever I think about him, but it's only my failure that I think about. I also wonder about him. I know that doesn't seem very valuable, but I think it also portrays to why he may be a little bit unreliable. Because he finds him as a deep friend. He has so many what ifs. What if I would have just talked to him? He could have told me the story. He was there, and he wasn't there due to the fact that he saw him, even though he saw him in the hallway, he still was scared to talk to him. He kind of ignored him and went on his way. It's the what ifs of knowing what could have truthfully happened. I think that's really important. And I see why now we can really consider him unreliable, but he does depict a great story.